What's up? So this thing is my 85 RX7. My name's Chris. I kind of got inspired through the Zero Fucks Given. I'm sure you've all seen it out in, I think it was California, Arizona. He had a 5.0 in his first gen, and that sort of inspired me. I got this almost 10 years ago now. I learned everything that I know pretty much from this. I've had this thing apart so many times, learned, brakes, fixing some rust, running brake lines, how intakes work, how engines work. I've had 3 different rotaries in it, and then I finally called it quits. The last one was a NA P-Port 13B built by Pineapple Racing, and it was just too much of a race engine. It wanted to be wide open or nothing at all. There was no in between. You couldn't street drive it, it would jerk you around. So about 3 years ago, I bought my buddy's totaled Honda S2000. It was a 2000 S2000 with the F20c in it. Pulled the motor and trans out, threw it in this thing. Some help with some friends made me helped me make a front subframe, mounts for it and all. It's a really tight fit. I'll get to that in a little bit, up against the firewall. I'm running Haltech Platinum Pro plug-in for it. I have had Haltech in my Skyline at the time, and I liked it, so we went with that. And like I said, I took it for inspiration from the Zero Fucks Given. So I've got a hashtag run for this, a few fucks given, RX7. Thought it was kind of play on words, because I don't really care, but I do at the same time, and there is some money tied up into this thing. Sort of jerry-rig it, if you will. Zip ties holding certain stuff together, but then on the other hand, you've got some really nice parts. You've got some coilovers, you've got Haltech ECU, IC7 cluster, brand name turbo parts, and etc. So I threw it in there. It was fun for about 2 years, and I wanted more power. So I guess it was springtime, summertime last year. I was like, I'm going to turbo this thing. I grabbed a Precision 5931, a ram horn style T3 manifold, big vibrant front mount intercooler, and threw it on here. She's got NA first gen Miata flares on it, because fuck you. She's 4x114 converted all the way around. Let's see, she's got NA mirrors from a 240Z. Got my chickens out here. The tires look really beefy. What are you doing? But they're actually only 235 50 15s. They're not that beefy. They just look beefy. I don't know why, if it's the flare, if it's the wheel. The Bassett wheels are on a 0 offset. The diffuser is also off of a first gen Miata. And then I've got the exhaust tips. A lot of people comment on that. Before I put this panel on here, you could smell exhaust inside the cabin, but since I put the panel on there, that really helps keep all the exhaust out. Unless you're really sniffing, you're really trying to smell for it, you won't smell the exhaust at all, which is crazy. There is a muffler in the hatch. We can turn that, turn it on here. Yep. 2 kill switches back here, confuse people. So people ask me, does it get really hot? Is it really loud? It's not loud. I mean, relatively speaking. It's a lot quieter than you think. It does get hot, but in the winter time that works because the engine is tucked so far up against the firewall. I don't have heat. I don't have AC. So in the winter time, this brings the cabin up to a nice toasty 75 or so, which is awesome. In the summertime, I actually have a piece of plexiglass that I insert around here, and that keeps 90% of the heat back. So that's cool. Custom rear strut tower bar, because no one makes them for first gens. 2000 badge off of S2000. The RX is not for a first gen, that's actually off a second gen. And we gotta support Jesus back here. And I kind of like how the flares fit in the rear, how they sort of come around and go underneath. Let's see, we've got a 4-point bolting cage and a harness bar, but I took my racing seats out because I thought they were a little too ricey for me. Up front, oh, there's one of my favorite things. I've got 2 switches, one for my fuel, one for my ECU, and don't mind all this, I just got it back last night from my tuner. While I was there with him for 5 hours while we were tuning. Not gonna tell you what it makes because we're gonna go back and try to make a lot more. So I don't want to tell you what's currently at, but chasing a lot more power. Clean my screen. So this dash is awesome. I don't know what the check engine light is. I'm sure it's something simple I can just plug in and clear. but this thing is incredible. So when I go to press my foot on the pedal, you'll see a throttle position sensor opens up and closes. That's so cool. You got temp, air temp, a coolant temp, air temp, the wideband, which I actually have another one of right here. That's oil pressure. Tells you what gear you're in, your speed, RPMs of course, battery volts, check engine light, fuel pressure, and odometer. I've put 3,000 miles on it since I've had it in here. So that's pretty cool. On the roof, I've got some calling cards from Vegas. You know, escorts. We got a Willwood pedal. It is originally a manual car. I don't remember why I put the Willwood in. I thought it just looked cool and I wanted to do something to the car. Back when, years ago, when I still had a rotary in it. So I went with a Willwood clutch pedal. This up. So here's what we're working with. I know it's sloppy. Please, you don't have to tell me in the comments. I know it's terrible looking. It is awful. This is just to get on the dyno, get it good to go, tuned up so that I can drive it. I'm not going to be driving it until I clean this up though. I got my flex fuel sensor right here, so we are running E. That's cool. All this aluminum TIG welding, the manifold over there, the downpipe was all made by a local guy here, Tim Tenney, shout out to him. Awesome guy that does great work. Run a precision blow-off valve. Don't remember what size it is off the top of my head. There's too many things to remember. When you have other projects and shit, everything runs together. Unless you write it down, you don't remember what you're working with. It is a precision turbo. I need to get a jacket for this to try to keep some of the heat off of that, keep some of the heat off the wire harness right here. Go Fast bits, I believe it's a 50 mil wastegate. Right now I'm running a 5-pound spring in it. I'm thinking about stepping up to a 7, not sure yet. I do want to get a manual boost controller and I do want to throw some more boost at this thing. Right now we're at like 8 or 9 pounds. The Vibrant intercooler, I was torn between this one and the medium one. This one's good for like 850 horsepower. The other one was good for like 550, and I'm like, I don't think that's going to be enough. Like, that's about where my goals are with this car, and I didn't want to be maxing out the intercooler, so I said, fuck it, let's just get the bigger one. Tim also built this awesome bracket here for it too, and then pushed the radiator forward. Did all the TIG welding, everything. Made me the custom downpipe. It's great. And then I can't thank my tuner enough, Aaron LeBlanc and the shop Randy, for the dyno time. It's something. You know, you've had a car for 10 years and it finally all comes together. The stickers on the side from a rally that I did last summer. I need to get new tires for the rear. This thing, it's got a Clutchmasters 5-puck in it, and it slips so easy. You have like this much play in the pedal to catch, give it some gas or not. There's a really old R888s on the back there that were off of Miata. The rear is actually 114. It's off of GS LSE, so I'm running 114 to 4x100 spacer adapters. 0 offset, so I'm looking for some nice 4x114 wheels with like a negative 20-ish offset to fill that, and I need some better tires. Right now, if I lay into it right around like 4,000 or so RPMs, it just starts slipping them. It just gets sideways. Let's see, you'll fire up here. Let you hear what it sounds like. It actually still sounds like it's naturally aspirated. It doesn't sound like a turbo car. Stock key still works, so that's cool. Whenever you fire it up, it does jump up for about 3 seconds. I'm not really sure why. It does have a little bit of a surge, and I think that's because I'm running 1650 injectors on it for the E85. And when it's just on pump and, you know, or it's got an E mix in it, it doesn't need that at all. So that's it. It's a really fun car. Oh, I'll show you. So we are super tight up against the firewall back here. I don't know if you can see it or not. We have no room back here. Nothing. So that's why I can't run heat. And AC is just, that's out of my mind. I got working windows. That's all I need. If you have any questions, comments, let me know in the comments. I'm pretty good at responding. And I'll report back when I start making some content with this thing. I want to do burnouts. I want to be stupid with it. I want to have fun with this thing on the street. It should be a good time. It's only February 2022. We've got a long year left. I hope I don't blow it up. Thanks for watching.